Hey guys, Short Shot Tony here. Say what you will about Osight, but one thing that Osight does better than everyone else that I've seen on the market is listening to their customers. What we have today is going to be the brand spanking new Osight SE model. If you notice on the top, there is no charging plate whatsoever, but instead you do have a side battery compartment for a battery. Now this product came out because a lot of people were worried about having that charging plate. They were worried about having multiple forms right there, more components, more things that can actually fail. So Osight decided to actually launch a model with a swappable battery. Now the swappable battery is going to be a 1620 battery, so it is going to be aligned with a majority of the market. Now you will notice that a couple of things are potentially missing here, mainly the adjustable light sensor. This is going to be a very basic enclosed optic system that still has a swappable battery. Your controls are still exactly the same. You still do get the multi-reticle option, so you still can swap between a 2 MOA dot, 32 MOA ring, or a combination of both. Your dials and adjustments are still 1 MOA. It's still the same there. The battery is going to be a new thing. You do lose the auto adjust feature, but you still retain the shake awake. Another thing that has changed is going to be the housing material itself. This is going to be more of a 7075 aluminum versus their marketed OAL material. So what that means is this model is going to be inexpensive, even more affordable, which is a great thing. Now, if we take a look at the reticle is going to be that consistent 2 MOA dot and 32 MOA ring. There is hardly any distortion whatsoever, except for maybe a little bit on the top quadrant, but everything else, left, right, and center, it is going to be extremely consistent and extremely clear. Now, someone did tell me that the E in the SE stands for everyone. That's kind of funny and cute, I guess. I don't know. Now, the other complaints that people had about the Osight was that they were worried about its reliability. They've seen some videos out there with people dropping on rocks and everything, but the Osight S is supposed to be a lot tougher in general. So I would assume that the Osight SE is just as durable, if not just a little less durable. Oh, oopsie daisies. Just a little less durable. Oops. Yeah, one more time. Oops. With all those drops right there, it barely left a mark and the glass is still completely intact. Now what I've done here is I left little tiny marks here just so I can see if any of this stuff actually walks off or not. And we are going to be testing how well this thing actually does hold zero, especially after those drops. For the first set, I am out here at 10 yards. I will be shooting that C portion of the target and just seeing if it actually has a decent grouping or not. Pretty okay, not too bad or so. I don't do well with the 43X whatsoever. And now let's put this through a couple harsh conditions to see what actually happens to it. Just gonna walk down range real quick. Obviously that gun was unloaded. Going to pick it up damn it. Gonna pick it up real quick. Couple scathings here and there. It is definitely damaging the external portion of the housing. And how about a couple drops directly on optic with a fully loaded magazine? I am roughly about 5'2", and this is going to be about 5 feet on the drops. Still intact, optic is still good. Simulating bumping into stuff. Still going, and a couple more drops on optic. This is hard concrete, by the way. Definitely destroying the external housing, but the glass is still completely intact. Reticle itself is still lit. It is still functional. Pretty good. On that previous shot, I actually aimed at the top portion of the C, got that grouping. And on this one, I aimed at the center lower portion of the D and got that. So there it is. The Osight SE is still holding up even after all that discipline. I put that thing through a lot more than it should have. Anyways, if you are purposely dropping your optic, you're kind of a dumbass. But as you can see, there's no movement on the dials or anything whatsoever. All the screws stayed intact. I put it all to the correct torque specs, and just put it through a lot of freaking hell. Yeah, that's the Osight SE. Still just as capable and durable as the standard Osight S. For the price point and durability and actual enclosed optic system and what it is actually marketed out to be, I'd say it's probably one of the better optics that you can actually get. Now, there is one little minor flaw that I do have with it. The screw for the actual battery plate is a little bit cheap. I don't know if I'm super strong or not, but I did scathe it a little bit when I was actually tightening up that battery tray. But other than that, this thing is freaking solid. I put this rating at a good solid 9 out of 10. Good job, Osight. Once again, let's go ahead and go through the features one more time. 2 MOA dot, 32 MOA ring still is a true RMSC footprint, which will allow for a direct mount to any RMSC cut. Fully enclosed, still waterproof, different housing material. This is going to be 7075 aluminum instead of OAL, whatever the hell they had. Dials are still exactly the same, 1 MOA increments of adjustment. And now you have that beautiful battery tray without the auto light sensor. But 1620 battery, that's not too bad. That's not too shabs. Hey guys, like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think I should be doing next. Do you think the Osight SE is worth it? I think so personally, but comment down below. And as always, thanks for stopping by.